template for the modern and tropical Acuity scheduling design. If you are here at this video, you've probably already purchased the design and you need to edit it. And this video is going to show you how to do that. Now, if you just fall upon this video and you haven't purchased it, feel free to take a look at the description and the link is in there if you would like to purchase this design. So first off, you should have received a download from Etsy. And once you open up that document, it's a PDF, you should be able to click on a link that will take you to the template. And you should see this image here when you click on that link. So we're going to click on Use Template, and that is going to take you to Canva. Now, starting off, just to let you know, as you can see from the listing as well, you are able to edit everything on this design. You can edit the photos, you can edit the text, you can remove anything that you'd like, you can add anything that you like. Now, Canva does have the capability to edit a few things based off of the type of account that you have. So if you have the standard free account, you can do certain things, but if you have the Canva Pro account, there are certain objects, certain elements, and certain things that you can do if you were to purchase that. Now, it's not required for this template, but feel free to purchase it if you'd like. So just to start off, what you're going to do, let's talk about the text first. So here the template says Makeup by Demi. So what you're going to do is enter your business name as you'd like. So let's say we want to call it Makeup Designs, and then we'll call her name Sierra, right? So we've updated the text. We're going to go ahead and do that. And if you'd like I said, you can remove anything, you can change anything. These little stars, feel free to just move it over if you want to put it over the A to kind of, replace it. Or if you want to just put it back over an I like it was in the template, you can do that as well. The background usually can stay the same. If you'd like to change it, all you have to do is just click on it and just hit the delete button. Or you can right click and go to, delete. And that will allow you to do that. So yeah, let's go over to the intro. So the intro, it just has, the details of what you'd like to put as your introduction. You can change the text as you'd like. Now, just to kind of make this video as quickly as possible, we're going to leave it at that, but feel free to change it if you need to. Now over here, you can see this is a grid. This is what we call a grid in Canva. As you can see from the template, this was a lady here in the template, and I'm going to show you how you can upload your photos that you like, and you can, make the same change and the same effect that they did in the other photo. So if you go over to uploads, now I already have a few photos here, so we don't need to go to the internet, but I just used this photo. This was one that I found on Google. I thought it was really nice. So what we're going to do is drop it into the grid. Now, just to show you again, it's here on the screen. Now, if you just drag it into the grid, it will literally just snap into the grid, which is great because it makes things so much easier. Now, what you're going to do is click on the image after you do that, and you're going to go up to Edit Image. And then there's an option for background remover. Now, if you want to have the same effect that the template had, then you're going to have to use the background remover so that you can remove all of the background. And the only thing that will show, as you can see here, is the person in the image. Once that's done, you're going to go down and click Apply. And there you go. Now, there was a white lining around the lady. And if you wanted to do that, you can go over to Edit Image. And then there's going to go to Shadow, and there's an option for Glow. Now, you have to click on this little Edit See Controls button in order to get the same effect that you saw in the template. Now, what you're going to do is first change the color to white. Now, you can change this color to green, you can change it to gray, pink, whatever you'd like. I'm going to use white just because that's what the template showed, just in case you'd like to use that. So what we're going to do is move the size of the glow over. Now, depending on how big you'd like it, you can make it how big you want. Now it can go all the way up to 39 and that's how big it'll be. I think that's a little too big. So I'm gonna bring it down to 15 and then we're gonna bring the blur up a little bit. Now this is going to remove that sharpness around the glow. Now what we're going to do is and then the transparency. So transparency is going to, help show it a little bit more or less if you like. What I'm going to do is bring it up to around 90 because I want it to show pretty well. I'm going to hit apply and there you go. So what I'll do is just make it a little bit bigger because I do want her to show a little bit more. And then I'm just going to move her around so that she is placed the way I'd like. So as you can see, this was pretty easy. This is just the cover banner. This is what you're going to do to edit that. Now, when we go down here, this is just all text. There is a photo in the background. It's very small. You don't have to change it. You can literally just leave it as it is, and you can just change the text as you like. So you can double click and just enter whatever you'd like. You can remove whatever you like, make any changes, and just leave it at that. I think everything is pretty much organized to however you'd like to do it. I think it'll be much easier to just, remove whatever you'd like in each text box, and then you can go ahead and just add whatever you'd like. Or if this is what you need, you can literally just leave this just as this, and that would probably make your life much easier. So we're going to go down to the business info. So here we have 2 more grids. As I mentioned before, you can literally just use whatever photos you'd like and just snap them into this grid. So what I'm going to do is use the same photos that I used in my previous, in the template, sorry. So it looks like I don't have that photo here. So what I'll do, I'm just going to use this photo just to make this quick. So we're going to move this over here and snap it in. Now, sometimes when you snap the photo into the grid, it's not going to show the way you'd like. So if you double click the photo as it is in the grid, you can literally move it around and then you're going to hit done. And there you go. You'll change it and it'll go just like that. Now down here, this is the phone for the follow us. You can change all of this text as you'd like, the phone number, location, the email address, anything that you like, the social media handles. But here for the photo, this is a little tricky, but pretty easy. So this photo has an iPhone over the grid. So what you're going to do just to make this a little bit easier, you're going to right click and you're going to go to layer and then send backward. Now, sometimes it's not going to send it backwards to the way you'd like. So what you're going to do is send it backwards until you see this. Now, you're not going to see the iPhone anymore. Actually, let me do that one more time. So here. As you can see, the iPhone is here. And then the grid is here. So just to make it easier, I usually just move the iPhone over and then I'll just add the photo that I'd like into the grid and then move the iPhone back. So when I go here, we're gonna go back to the photo that was there, and I believe it was this one. So we're gonna move it down here, snap it into the grid. As I mentioned before, you can double click, move it over as you'd like. I think this looks good. And then just take the iPhone and literally just put it back over. Now, sometimes it might try to snap into the grid. So you can just use the keyboard on your, or the arrows on your keyboard to just move it into the space that you'd like to make it as easy as possible and it doesn't snap to replace that photo. Now, when we go down here, there are 2 more grids, as you can see in the template. You can use whatever photos you like. I'm going to use the same photos and snap them in. I used that one and then I used this one, I believe. And honestly, I don't need to move them around. They look pretty good. You can edit this text as you like. You can edit any of this text down here, actually. You can usually leave choose your service below as is because usually that's at the end of all of the templates. Feel free to change it if you'd like. Completely up to you. Now that we know that all of the template is complete and it's the way that we like it, we're going to go ahead and hit on share. And what you'll do is hit download. Now, the default type is going to be PNG, but we're going to change it over to JPG because that is the requirement in order to upload this to the image resizer. And we'll go over to that in a second. So what we're gonna do is click download, and this might take a second, but we're just gonna wait until that finishes. And then there should be a pop-up that shows in a second. Exactly. So let's call this test, right? We're gonna put it in the downloads folder and we're gonna hit save. Now the document is saved, we're good to go. Now what I'm going to do is just go into my downloads folder and just make sure that I unzip it, because there's gonna be a zip file. As you can see here, we're gonna just make sure it gets unzipped so that we don't have to worry about unzipping it after we get to the image resizer. So I'm gonna go to imageresizer.com. As you can see here, I already have it open just to make things a little bit easier. And then what you're going to do is just make sure you click on image compressor up here. Now what this is going to do is compress the size of the image to what it needs to be in order to upload it to Acuity, because each photo that you upload has to be no more than 1.5 megabytes in size. And right now these photos, because of the photos and all of the text and everything, it's probably going to be more than that. So we need to use the compressor to make it smaller. So we're going to go down to downloads. We're going to open up that test folder that I created. I'm just going to select all of them, click open. It'll take a second and it'll just upload all of them. And this is pretty easy. So what we're gonna do is click on the max file size, KB, and then we're gonna enter 1400. Now what this is going to do is change all 4 of the photos into 1400 kilobytes, which is going to help make this much easier. So we're gonna click on apply to all. Give it a second, and then you'll know it's ready once this download all images down here. It's going to turn blue. You're going to click on download all images. All right, now it's been downloaded. So what I'm gonna do is open up my downloads folder, and as you can see, there's another zip file here. I'm just gonna double click it, make sure my photos are here, so we're good to go. Now, the last step is you're going to go into your Acuity scheduling website, and this is the easy part actually. So we're gonna go into customize appearance. In the left side panel, you'll see your calendar and everything. You're gonna see customize appearance. You're gonna click on that. And then if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see this area where it says scheduling instructions. Now there's a little photo icon. It's insert image. So you're gonna click on insert image, choose file, and then we're gonna go to our downloads folder, the one that we just compressed, and we're gonna individually add each of these photos. So the first one is the cover banner. So I'm gonna click that and go to open, give it a second. And then you'll see it show up here, which is great. This is exactly what we needed to do. Now, what I usually do is try to click on the cursor down here. I don't know why that's there. So I usually try to bring my little cursor down here and just literally click there for a second, because that's going to insert the next photo in that area. We want to make sure that they're in the correct order and that they don't, get out of order as we're uploading them, because that might make things a little bit harder. So as I add them, as you can see here, the next one is here. Now, in order to make this as seamless as possible, we want to make sure that there isn't any white space in between these images. So we're going to do the same thing that I just did and hit the little cursor next to the edge of the document, of the image, and then just hit the backspace button. And then the backspace button on your keyboard, that is going to bring the image up to the one previous before that, so that you don't see that white space. So I'm going to do it again. Click the cursor down here, go to image, choose file, click on the next one, scroll down. There's another space. Sometimes it doesn't show, but if it does, just do that. Literally so easy. You're gonna click it again. We're gonna go to image, choose file, and then we're gonna click the last one. Go down here, there's a space. So we're gonna just do the same thing and remove that space. And now you can see that everything is literally as seamless as you want it to be. It looks great. It looks exactly how you would want it to be. So we're gonna go ahead and save the changes down here. And the final step, which is the best part, is to look at your new page. So you're gonna go to View Live, which is usually over here, or View Scheduling, View Client Scheduling page. It really doesn't matter which one you click on, but it's gonna take you to your scheduling page, and you're gonna see it now. So you're gonna see the photos, you're gonna see every single thing that you edited in the website design, which is great. This is exactly what we want it to be. Appointments are down there. And this is exactly what you need to do. This is pretty much it. If this, just to let you know, the Canva template is editable as many times as you like. So if there's something that changes in your business, or say your business hour changes and you want to go down to business hours and update that, this link is going to always be available to you. So if you ever lose the PDF, feel free to just download it again from Etsy, and then you can just click on that link. It'll take you back to your template, and you can just do the same exact thing over again. If you have any questions at all, feel free to just send us a message on Etsy, and we will be more than happy to help. And thank you for watching, and have a great day. Bye.